Welcome to Blackjack Sports. My name is Jackson Gerke alongside with Blake Weinberger on, on this week's show. As we were off last week, we're back this week. Today's Wednesday, not Thursday, as our usual broadcast day. For some reason, we are broadcasting on a different day because Blake Weinberger is probably going to be busy tomorrow, and I'm probably going to be doing some other stuff too with my mom. So don't ask me that. I mean, because we're all good. We're doing a show anyway. So there's a lot to talk about from where we caught up from last week, as we were both out of town in different places, as we missed up on a lot of topics, and we'll get all of that in a second. But Blake, let's talk about the biggest topic: maximum security was crossing the finish line, and he thought he won the race until there was a objection and the race controversy and the race officials of stewards who were up there in the press box there and on the track, that it lasted in a 22-minute delay on what they found out was that upon review that he was disqualified, which led to this, was that he was interfered by other horses, that the back of his tail was involved with other horses surrounding him, and there was World of Law was one of them that was interfered by him. That had led to what, if there would have been some more, if there would have been some more like attempts happening on the track and horses go down, that would probably make the sport more dangerous. And this is where I want to lead you off, because Blake, after what we saw, that Country House was awarded the winner, and then the race was supposed to finish 17th place, and that is what I want to get your reaction. And Blake, what is going on, and what have we seen that we have all witnessed in this race? Talk to me, Blake. Yeah, I know. I mean, that's where I came from. He actually was going to appeal on Monday, and he got denied, which means he would highly unlikely compete in the next race, which could cost you probably a Triple Crown, or probably of how the owner should have blamed himself after what happened on Saturday. And that is where this where, where this horse riding have to be went to. Uh, is it? I think it is. Yeah, the Preakness is next, and then you got Belmont after that, and that's where this race schedule comes down to. I know. Well, he was entering at the final hour because he was tied before that, but then he was led by the favorite in the last hour before the big race happened. So there's a lot to be said of what could have went wrong and what didn't go right after what happened at the end of that race, where he didn't go to the winner's circle, of how Country House kind of saw the people, that the crowd was not in it, and the crowd's reaction was not that great. And this is probably what would be a turn of events for me, and I think that's what and I think that he will not win at the next race, as you said, at the Preakness. And Belmont, I think, should be a race that we can all keep our eye on, and that's what I think is probably going to happen in the next few months or a few weeks after this denying that this appeal did not go well for this owner and for this jockey. Um, how about yeah? I mean, oh yeah, a Bob uh, a Bob Braff horse, and he just knows what he's doing out there. And I think that the most successful owner in all of horse racing just finds a way to get the right horses. And I think Win and his other horses involving with his other teams that he has. I mean, that he just knows what he's doing when he's on the track. I didn't mean to. Yes, and once the race ended, there was supposed to be a post game celebration, and instead they had a delay. There was a objection, and the horse on the final turn or the turn before that was kind of towards the rail, but not near it. The I think the horse's paws were like kind of sliding a little bit. I think that's what it caused the objection, and I think that's what was going on with all the crowd, just knowing that they were taking a bunch of calls and different reviews at it, and I think that's probably why the horse was stuck in a 20 of them were surrounding them, and it was really tight, and there were horses all around them. That's just what it made it so interesting, and that's why they had to make this go to review. Yeah. I think you both you and me were at South Carolina. We were there and we were at a barn, and then we almost we and we yeah, I know you and me were with us together, and we were checking out all the different horses, and we were with some of the South Carolina players, and they were checking them out, and then we were just checking them out and see how cool they were, and feeding them, and we had a great time, and we yeah, we just saw how people ride him, and it was just it was really fun. I really enjoyed going there. I will I I, I believe you're correct. I did not ride a horse with you. I don't. I did ride a horse, but I never rode one with you when I went to that barn. So I don't think so. Well, if we're good at it, then we would probably compete. But if we're not, we're probably not going to get the call. It it would, Blake, and I think um how about Black Jack Horse? That's a fun name. Oh, I mean, we were off last week. Should we talk about some other stuff? So I want to recap the NFL draft because I'm wearing that shirt, by the way, and my brother got it from there where he goes to school at, and let's recap what happened in I'll try to be quick, and so let's start off. Yeah, so my top five picks. I am going to go with number five. Now, this quarterback didn't go well in the draft. The fans booed him. They didn't like him. So He's number 5, which means which means he's the number 5th pick, which I know who you're talking about. This guy that you're familiar with, who went to who played college who played college football at, and a place that you're very familiar with. I'm talking about Deion Jones from Duke, the quarterback that got drafted by the Giants. And this guy is a very young quarterback. I'm not sure if he'll succeed right now or in a few years. It's going to be more patience for him. He'll probably have at least 5 years down the road for him to be the next quarterback of this franchise to take it over. That's my number fifth pick in the draft. Number 4, I'm going to go. I'm going to go with the Alabama running back from the Patriots, Deion Harris. I think he can play well, and I think he'll improve on what he can do on the field. I think this is another weapon that Bill Belichick has, and I think that's what he's going to do whenever he proves on Sundays. Number 3 number 3 will be number 3 is going to be Will Grier, the quarterback out of that got drafted to your team, the Carolina Panthers, who, by the way, is also from Charlotte in your hometown. Going to be is likely going to be their next quarterback in case Cam gets hurt, which he is coming back from back surgery. But let's say if Cam goes down again and he can start as their starting quarterback for that team, I think Will Grier can prove it all. I think the Panthers have drafted a really good quarterback since Cam Newton came back in 20. Yes, he got drafted by West Virginia, and I think that I think that he can prove that he can be their next starting quarterback for this team, and I think that he can prove it all once he gets the right offense going. He is, and I hope he's watching, but he's probably at work. But he's probably at work. He's probably at work right now, so you know what I mean. I mean, well, he's been to Charlotte, but I don't know if he is, but I doubt it. All right, so yeah, Dwayne Haskins out of Ohio State got drafted by the Redskins. Now, this guy, if you watch him on film, he has played really well as quarterback. He has thrown a pretty good throw down the field by one of his players, his run receivers that he plays. He can prove that he's a very good player. I think this quarterback to this team can be really what they needed. This team has proven to what they have given them. I think that he could find a way to win a game quickly. I think that he'll find a way to. I think they'll find a way to get to win games more quickly. I think this guy can prove it on the field whenever he enters as a quarterback. That's what I was going to say because Deion Jones was supposed to go there and Dwayne Haskins was supposed to go to the Giants. Instead, the fans were not so happy as I was watching this live coverage from the stadium that their draft party up there that they hosted. The fans and the New York media was was just not. I mean, it's just unbelievable. I mean, what's going on with them? They just. I mean, I know it's just everyone's just going nuts and thinking, what's happening? The fans are just not so into it or something. They're just like out of their mind or something. I mean, come on. Kyler Murray, the Oklahoma quarterback who previously coached at Texas Tech and with their coach Cliff Kingsbury, who has a great relationship, who has been proven to be with their starting quarterback with Arizona. I think what he can do is that he can prove that he can throw he has a very good arm that he can throw like nobody else can, and he can like make those deep throws in the end zone. And I think that once their players are open and they can like make those big time catches. If he can do that, and if he can and if he can prove from what he can do out on the field whenever his team plays, I think if they can win and be like, be like what they are. You look at Kyler Murray; he can put up numbers like Russell Wilson and Patrick Mahomes, and he can like make those big time big time plays, and if you do that, I think you'll have a chance to like probably win a championship or even like build a championship kind of caliber team because I think Arizona and Cliff Kingsbury have a great connection to one another. They can do that, and I think that they can find a way to prove to win a lot of games for this coming season. Sure. Yes. Now this is a little bit of a 50-50 for me because LeBron we know is now not in Cleveland, now in Lob City. And I know, not and they're not in the playoffs. Cliff Kingsbury is a different story because I think what he can do is if he can be their next coach, then I would be taking Cliff Kingsbury because he's probably a better leader and a better personality wise. I'm taking Cliff Kingsbury. Now I'm going to change the subject here because what I'm going to do is make it a little more music at you because rock and roll, the king of rock and roll, is never dead, and they will live on. And I think the king of rock and roll will be taken over Cliff Kingsbury. Yes, one other topic that we missed before we go. That would before we go. Josh Rosen. No, no, no. I mean, Josh Rosen from Arizona goes down to Miami. He'll be their starting quarterback, and he will be in a division where the Patriots are still winning. But I think, but let's preview before we go, Blake. I know we're running short on time, but let's say Tua goes down to Miami and has a great quarterback competition down there, and if that happens, let's say in the 2020 season, it'll be very competitive. We could be having a very interesting division in the 2020 season for the Dolphins. The Patriots are getting pretty old. I think they're going to be a little bit worried in the future years. They're still going to win, I know. Well, he should be in the future years. I mean, even though he's still coaching for a very long time, but Brady will go down, and he will step away from the game at age 45 or 46. For me, and the Jets will still be good because they got Le'Veon Bell from free agency, and then the Bills are going to be a rebuilding team, and that's how I see the AFC North break down for me for the next few years, and that's what's going to happen for my prediction in that division. Thanks, Blake. Have a good rest of your week. It's sunny and it was overcast, cloudy earlier. Now it's sunny and we're in the mid 80s. We're just probably gonna hang out with my brother and do some fun stuff. That's what I probably have going on. Thanks, Blake. Have a good day.